morning we're going to start with setting up your HoneyBook calendar. HoneyBook is the app that we use to track our calendars and our booking agreements. So this is the setup portion. You're going to go, you do need to do this on your desktop, laptop, or maybe your tablet. I don't believe it works very well on your phone. So if you're getting ready to do this, make sure you jump on a laptop and you're going to go to www.honeybook.com/app/login. Now, I'm going to be using Misty's profile to log in as because hers will give you a much more realistic view of what yours will look like. So here we are. We're going to type in the email address that you use when working with Blossom Beauty. And then your password that you set up in the last video. And we're going to log right in. Okay, and you're going to see this screen takes you right to your desktop, or your dashboard. The nice thing about this is you can kind of see right here a brief calendar overview of what's coming up. You can see the weddings that Misty has this weekend and what times they start. But what we want to do is set up our calendar. So we're going to go up here to the top to Tools and then over to the left-hand side and click Calendar. Now, when you first log in, you're going to notice it's kind of chaotic. There's a lot of stuff on here. This is everything that Blossom Beauty has scheduled and going on. And this is a bit of an overwhelming view. So what I recommend is that you come over here to this left-hand side and you unselect the payments. You can decide whether you want to unselect tentative projects or not. If you leave this selected, it will show you projects that have not yet booked but are still possibly coming in. Let me show you an example. For example, on May 3rd, this Emily Urwitz, there's no time associated with it, so this is a tentative project. You can see that there's no details. So those items will show on your calendar if you leave that box checked. If you uncheck that box, you can see that those items, that one's not going away. I don't know why, but it will go away. And then I recommend that you come down here to the team members and you deselect everyone that is not you. You can't unselect yourself, but so I recommend you unselect everyone else. You can see how that pairs down the calendar very nicely, and now we can just see the projects that Misty is assigned to. I'm going to go back to the month of April since that's the month that we're in. You can see that the date we're on is highlighted. You can see that she worked last Sunday, she had a trial yesterday, and that this weekend she's got 2 weddings coming up. If for some reason you need to mark some time off, like maybe you're going on vacation or you just know that it's a day that you're not available and you want to let me know ahead of time, you simply click on the date, you go to create a meeting. You're always going to type in your name and then the thing that it is, like time off, or you could put vacation. Time off or vacation is typically what you're going to put. The reason I need you to put your name in there is because when it shows up on my calendar with everybody's data going on, I can't tell it who it is if you just put time off. I need you to put your name first. So that helps me a lot. I appreciate that. Typically, if we're taking time off, it's going to be all day. But if for some reason you just know that you could work that day, but you would need to be done by 4 p.m. Because you have an event that night, you could put in here you're out at 4 p.m., maybe 4 p.m. to midnight or what have you. But for now, I'm going to leave this selected as all day. You will come down to how it takes place. You can see that there's a little star by there, so this is a required field, and you'll just push other, and then you'll schedule this as time off. It's not connected, any time off is not connected to any specific project, so you just want to say no related project, and then it pops it up on her calendar. So tomorrow, Misty is scheduled for time off. If for some reason you schedule time off and then that changes, you simply come in here and click on it and select delete. It's going to always ask you if you want to, if you're sure. So yes, delete, and then it simply goes away. So that is a brief tutorial on how to set up your calendar. The other cool thing that HoneyBook just started doing is allowing you to edit your booked projects and your meeting colors. I love this feature anytime I can customize. So you would click on this little pencil icon and it would bring up, you can type in a hex code, or you can use the slider bar, or you can select from any of these colors down here to really customize how your calendar looks. For me, the bright blue and bright orange are a little obnoxious, and I don't really like to see my day that way. So I have changed mine. You are welcome to change yours. The other thing that you can do is if you want to link it to your Google Calendar, you would come over here to your little icon badge and you would go to Company Settings. I believe you can do this. Maybe you guys can't. Oh, yeah, Integrations. And then you're going to come down to Integrations. And then you could connect your Google Calendar right here. It will walk you through all of the steps. If you connect your Google Calendar, it will bring in all of the different types of settings that you have in your Google Calendar. If for some reason you don't want all of those to show up in HoneyBook, like maybe you only want your salon appointments or other bookings that you have with maybe another team that you're on, you don't want it to show your personal stuff, or maybe you scheduled a workout or a lunch date with your BFF. You can go back to the calendar. It will show you those items. I'm going to log out of Missy and I'm just going to go, I'm going to show you what mine looks like because you'll be able to see how overwhelming it is and what it looks like to be me. And I've got my Google Calendar linked in here. So let me do that. I'm going to have to get my password here. Sorry, I use lots of security because I have been hacked before, and I think I just did that wrong because I'm trying to talk at the same time. Okay, one more time, guys. Sorry, trying to do this on the fly and talk. Not the best option for me. Here we go. Here we go. Okay, let me log in. Yes, you can see I'm a little crazy with this. I had some fraud one time on PayPal, and so ever since then I've been a little bit neurotic when it comes to passwords. So here we go. Now you know more about me. Anyway, so my screen is going to look a lot different than your guys's because it's got all kinds of craziness on it. So tools, calendar is the same. We come into here. Here's what you see. You can see all my pretty colors. I used Blossom's branding colors. And then when I come down here to you guys, I picked colors that remind me of you. So then I can quickly see who's on what. And then you can see like my calendar is crazy nutso, but you can see like all of my personal appointments. Those are all coming from Google right over here. So I've selected, so like if I didn't want to see my personal appointments, I would take those off and then they just disappear from the calendar. So it's totally up to you if you guys want to work that in. For me, it's really helpful. And then what happens is when you link, remember that it goes both ways. So if you link your Google Calendar, you're going to see all your HoneyBook stuff in your Google Calendar as well as all your Google Calendar stuff in your HoneyBook calendar. So just make sure you're sure about that before you do it. And always, you can always turn it off. But I just wanted to show you what that looks like. Once again, you can customize the color and you can choose which of these you want to show up and which of them you don't. So there we have it. There's your Google Calendar set up. We're going to go over more details on your wedding assignments and how to look at those in HoneyBook on the next one. So I'll see you there.